This episode of Gameboiz is brought to you by Laguna Motors. We make car buying easy. Why waste time with Craigslist clowns and sled lots with trailer offices? Buy with ease. Buy with confidence. Come down to beautiful South Orange County and buy from Laguna Motors. Follow us at Laguna Motors. Visit us at LagunaMotorsOC.com. Again, LagunaMotorsOC.com.
Hadouken! He's on fire!
Come here!
It's me!
Listen!
Yeah, man. When you do a real professional ad read, you don't need banter, dude.
Usually, well, banter helps to steam up the podcast, but we just got back from a run, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we're full of ourselves. We don't want to talk about other people. Yeah, the fresh air in the morning, coffee brewed.
It was a nice morning.
Yeah,
actually.
finally, dude. Finally, the last couple of days here have been gorgeous.
Winter came and stayed for a while.
Too long.
Yeah. So
what happened on Groundhog's Day? That's not even a thing out here, dude. I just realized that. That was literally the beginning of this month and nobody talked about it.
We were just happy that we didn't have to leave the house with a jacket. That's all.
I'm really curious, actually, if what the fuck's the stupid thing's name? Puxatani?
Steve.
Phil. It's
Austin.
Phil. What?
Austin. Austin sounds like a groundhog's name. You know?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Groundhog seems like a bro. Yeah. Again, comes out of his hole, looks down. It's my shadow. Yup.
That's it. I'm going back in, bro. What a fucking stupid, what do you even call that? Ceremony?
Tradition?
Tradition, yeah. Sorry. Stupid.
All right. Maybe he needs to go on another run.
Maybe we need more coffee.
Maybe. There's plenty of coffee.
Yeah, it's a stupid tradition. We're gonna listen to this dumbass fucking groundhog. You know what's funny is they just
what does a groundhog look like?
Like a beaver without a tail.
That's that. What if? So the first time they saw a groundhog ever, they're like, "Look at that beaver," and then they saw it like 3 more times. Like, I don't think that's a beaver.
I don't know, man.
His babies look just like it.
I don't know, man. I know there's like so many species of shit. It's like, can we just call them all deer? Like, what do we?
Can I eat it?
Yeah, it's edible.
Meat. That's what it's meat.
Yeah.
Meat with horns. Meat with trees on its head.
Meat part A.
Yeah. Meat that can't fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Meat that floats. Meat that swims. We got this. This is
small meat that looks like sticks. Fucking bugs, man.
Crunchy meat.
Fuck bugs, dude. Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
I hate bugs.
Really?
Bugs.
What's your worst? What bug do you hate the most?
Anything that lands on me. Dude, they're so gross. They're just so gross. They have no brain. Like, you can smash their face and they'll still walk around. It's like, how? It's like chicken. It's like we can kill as many of those as we want and not feel bad. Like,
I don't like flies, but just because they're
annoying.
Annoying, yeah. Because if you hang out at like a ranch or anywhere there's just animals or livestock, it's like that they're just landing on you constantly.
That's true.
And at some point, it's like you just yell at it, like "fuck!" Like, can you not land on me?
Yeah, dude. Do you ever see in movies and shit where they'll have a fly land on someone's eye?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how do they do that? Are you acting through that? Because that's amazing. That's incredible.
Usually, CG, or it's not really someone's eye. It's like it's a sugar mold, and you know how good makeup shit is now. I'm sure they make it look exactly like someone's eyeball.
That's true. I've always wondered how they do corpses.
Makeup. Yeah, just bodies and makeup.
But is it the person? Wouldn't it be easier to have that person try to act dead? Is that what they do?
I guess you could. It's way easier to have that person just be dead in a body bag or something. Or
right,
I just think from a production standpoint, that's less payroll for a person that you have to pay. And
yeah, but okay, so on a high end where money's not an issue, how do they make? When somebody gets shot and then the person runs up and picks them up and is like, "Oh no, fucking Andrea!" That shit.
If that person's face is part of the shot, then that's probably that person.
Yeah,
that's why they look fake dead all the time. Someone pointed.
I think they do a really good job.
Do they?
I think so.
No,
man, how many dead people have you seen fresh?
Fresh? Define fresh.
like still bleed. Like you're the first person to find them.
Okay, I've never seen that first
Exactly.
person.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't
But
really.
I've seen the beginning of Saving Private Ryan like 30 times.
Yes, all fake though.
No, that shit
Great.
looks real as fuck.
Probably one of the best openings to any movie ever.
That's gonna, like, anyone with PTSD or anything that watches that, there's no way that doesn't like trigger you a little bit.
Is that the best war movie of all time?
I guess that would depend on like what makes a good war movie.
It's got to be World War II.
That's the standard number one. Not
Yeah.
the good acting, solid script.
Nope.
World War II.
Yeah, it's got to be World War II. I don't know what it is about World War II that is like it's the most popular war of all time.
It might just be because like it's so recent. You know, I mean, there were more recent wars, but like World War II was the first nothing. It wasn't even the first war. It was the last time that was kind of like really fought at the front lines.
Yeah.
You know, like army on army, like this is what we're doing. This is what we play for.
Yeah.
Cause then everything after that was jungles and political warfare and just, you know, nuclear deterrence and shit.
Yeah.
So
It was really about defeating evil. It was really about good versus evil. I mean, we didn't know that at the time.
No. Well, I mean, that's how you sold the Americans on it, though. You had to be like, "There, let's get them."
Well, that's exactly what the Germans did. Like, they're evil. We need to take them over. We need to show them how things are run.
Yeah, from their fucking country the size of San Bernardino County.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's incredible, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, that's some good weed and coffee. That's how you take over the world. You German coffee, I'm sure.
Methamphetamines is what it was, bro.
Volkswagens.
But yeah, I don't know. There's something about World War II, because World War II was definitely the first war, like, video game war, like...
Well,
right?
Medal of Honor did World War I for a long time.
First?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, Medal of Honor was like a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah, but I thought it was always World War II.
No. It
Oh,
was pretty
shit.
because it was slow paced, and you got to think about it from like a hardware perspective. You don't have the resources to make a Call of Duty on a PlayStation 1, so it was slower paced. So that's why all the guns were like single shot, and it was arcadey campaign. But yeah,
I remember you used to like shoot dudes in the dick and they would bend over.
Yeah, look what happens. Oh, it's so realistic. You shot him in the dick. Okay. That was center mass.
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah, but they made World War I games, and those were fun too.
I guess like technology had advanced enough to where because that's the problem. Like last episode, we were talking about like Revolutionary War games, like why there's not that many of those.
Yeah.
There
is one. I saw a video for it.
Is there?
Yeah, it's called "Fight for Your Right Fight" or something.
Fight for
It's,
your right to party.
I sat through the video because I was like, what is going on? And it's a Revolutionary War game where you're with muskets, and when you fire your bullet, now everything is hand-to-hand combat, so the animation's first person, and he grabs his rifle by the front end and just starts bashing people with it.
Oh my god.
I was like, this is not a good game, but it was
it's not
ridiculous.
like recent?
Probably like 2014 maybe.
Well, that's fairly recent.
It's pretty realistic though, in terms of like there's team kills, like right off the bat. Like Call of Duty out the gate, you can't kill your team members online. But this one, they even cut to a scene where a general, mind you, this is players over voice chat. A general is trying to rally up his army, and I'm pretty sure this is in game. Like this isn't a promotional cut. Somebody did this.
Nerds.
Yeah, so there's a dude in like a heavy southern accent going, "All right, boys, we're gonna line up in these cornfields. We're gonna hold at the point," and it's like terrible. And
this is how reenactors practice.
Yeah, and then some dude came up from the back, waited for a pause, and shot the general in the face.
Like fucking anarchy. That's so funny.
And then everyone was like, "We're not killing each other here." And then someone killed the dude that killed him, and then it just became a melee.
Oh my god.
So actually, it might have been the Civil War, not the Revolutionary, but it's a war game in that time.
But they're like those are the same war.
It is garbage.
Yeah, but my point being that like the reason those games wouldn't be fun is because there's no technology. There was no like good gun, like you're gonna fire one bullet every 45 seconds. Like nobody wants to play that.
Yeah. Even war games now are very extremely unrealistic.
Yeah, and it's gotta be, because, I mean, everything, I'm actually glad, I'm glad and I was surprised to see both Call of Duty and Battlefield go back to World War II. Because, like, they've gone so far into the future where it's like, yeah, I mean, because World War II, like I said, it's probably the most popular in video games nowadays. Altogether, I'd say more games have been made about World War II than any other game, than any other war.
Probably. There was just so much, that was the war that wasn't supposed to happen, you know?
Yeah. I forget the point I was trying to make.
Just that it's, those are slower paced, those
Yeah.
are different, it's not necessarily war in this, it's like Revolutionary War, Civil War, those are like we were saying earlier. Those are like gentlemen's games. Like
it's like a chess match.
Yeah, we all come to a gentleman's agreement that we're all gonna stand in front of each other and just shoot like that's fucking.
We're gonna
dumb.
play by the rules.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew Jackson. Like
Right.
that's dumb. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I agree. World
Even
War
though
II was
they
cool.
knew that, like, oh, we're gonna get slaughtered. This is how things are done, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, guys. But it's a good thing that we were like, fuck that shit. We're not gonna win this way, and it doesn't matter how we win. We're gonna win. But it's funny that, like, we won the Revolutionary War that way, and then when we had the Civil War, we just went straight back to how.
Yeah.
Same thing. Oh, yeah, we're gonna follow the rules again.
I think at that point though, the British culture had seeped into the colonies, and then so everything was almost British again.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
When did people stop having accents, do you think?
When they left, I think.
As soon as they stepped on
Yeah,
soil?
I read somewhere maybe we talked about it in
Like,
class.
oh, this place is great. I fucking love Boston. As soon as they get there.
that most people in like Revolutionary Civil War times kind of just sounded like us, like what we all sound like now. Southerners sounded like Southerners, and they, even though in like movies like fucking The Patriot, everyone had a fucking accent, some kind of British accent.
Just a little bit.
His
I think,
kids
but
had a fucking accent. It's like, why? You were born here.
They were like second generation by then. Imagine being second generation white American.
Where's our family from? We don't talk about it. That's crazy. You know what doesn't work? Boat war games. Because that suffers from the same, like, musket days war. It's too slow.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Assassin's Creed sucked when they had boats. Black Flag, terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never considered that. Why was Battleship so good?
Because it's turn-based. Like, it's not a boots on the ground boat game would not be fun. No.
What about like a RTS? Like a grand strategy game. Did you know a grand strategy is a genre?
I thought that was just how I play everything. With a grand strategy.
But grand strategy is like Risk is a grand strategy.
Relationship ruiners. That's what we call those. You can fuck up a marriage.
But like where you're macro managing your like resources and the armies that you have instead of like in the micro battle. You know what I mean?
It's like UN debate teams in high school or something.
Yeah.
Switzerland. No, don't talk to us.
We're good.
We're chilling.
Yep.
We just decriminalized everything. That's a hard word to say.
Decriminalize?
All right, fine. It's not a hard word to say. World War II, though, is definitely the most direct for me, being a person of Asian descent. It's the war that I connect to the most. So in my head, like, it's always been, when everyone talks about the war, like before at least Operation Iraqi Freedom, the war was always World War II. We talked about they didn't call them concentration camps, did they? I don't remember. But putting the Asian and the Japanese in camps.
No, they were internment camps.
Right, yeah. That's good marketing.
Tomato.
For you, America.
Yeah, I'm going to remember that one.
Is this genocide? No, this is relocation.
No, we are protecting you.
America single-handedly created marketing, I think.
Oh, for sure. I don't know, man. I feel like the Germans were pretty good at it, too.
That's true, yeah.
They're making VWs, man.
Still.
They survived the war. That's amazing. It's incredible that, like, every business wasn't just like, you guys got to start over.
In an alternate universe, fucking Hitler's goal was just to make good cars. Like, we're going to pretend to take over the world.
Just imagine
but our cars
Just imagine if Hitler actually put like all his passion towards something good. We would have had another like Gandhi. Well, you know.
What if the world would be in a worse state because we then at that point still didn't know what evil looked like?
What if he didn't try to leave Germany? How crazy would that have been? Because then he would have been like...
That's how you make Wakanda.
Yeah.
40 years down the line, there's a force field that you can't find them. They have all kinds of technology.
Yeah, right? Like, Deutschland used to be on the map right here, but it's gone. It's just not on map.
It's the Dead Sea now.
Yeah, dude. World War II. It's well, the thing about war games too is that they started telling stories. Like it was like, here's the story of war. Like here's the progression of the war, and like on the front lines battle. So you get to like see like it's like, and it's not made up. It's like nowadays they just make up shit because it's just for fun. But back then they were like, okay, we're recreating this battle. Here's what it would look like. So it was more like a historical, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like playing World War I, World War II games for that aspect.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand this didn't really happen, but it's one of those, like, wouldn't it be crazy, though, to be there like this? Like,
But I mean, there's like, in the original Call of Duty, there's like at the end when you're like in, what's the capital of Germany?
Deutschland.
Fucking, not Hamburg.
Cheeseburg.
Jeez. Fuck, how can we not think of this right
I don't
now?
know. Hitlerville. I'm not helping.
Not at all. Dude, I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out if I can't think of this right now.
Anyway, continue your point. I'll look it up.
I don't remember what it was because I'm so perturbed.
Skirt.
Yeah, it just comes to a halt. Oh, so you're marching on the capital of Germany and
Berlin.
Berlin. Fucking Christ, I'm an idiot.
I don't know. Munich? No, it's probably
No,
Berlin.
it's Berlin.
Yeah.
So you're marching on Berlin as a Soviet soldier. That was interesting too, because they easily could have just been like, yeah, we're gonna make America, but they're like, we're gonna make it factually correct. So like, you're a Soviet soldier and you like go into Berlin. So it's like it did happen. So it was real. I mean, I don't know if it was a real person. Probably not.
Somebody had to do,
But somebody
something
did
like
it.
that.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's you learn something with those games.
Yeah.
You learn what it looked like because you don't realize how much destruction, like, was caused during World War II to those major cities until you play one of those. And you kind of think like, oh, they're exaggerating. No, they're not.
Story-wise, no, but I feel like technological-wise, they definitely do. Like, there is still a spectacle to it and I think that's what a lot of people forget when they play war games, is that, like, these games are hyper unrealistic despite everything they're doing, and there's this spectacle to everything, that everything's flashy and showy. Like, when you throw...
Nowadays...
but
like the old Call of Duty, like the original Call of Duty,
there was still like fireball grenades and stuff. Like
no,
yeah,
on the original like PC version, bro.
Oh, I don't. I never played Call of Duty on PC. So
Call of Duty, flat Call of Duty, just normal Call of Duty. It was just like normal weapons.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just like M1s.
It was very
shots?
basic. Yeah, and it was fun. Multiplayer was cool. But it was very much like, oh, this kind of depicts what the war was like. That's how I felt anyway. I felt the same way about Medal of Honor. I thought they did a good job.
What was it? That HBO war show, Band of Brothers?
Band of Brothers.
That was good. And
Amazing.
I feel like that did the same thing. It was like, this may have happened, like this kind of in this...
Well, that's a true story.
Those based on a true story thing, though.
But I don't think they exaggerate too much.
Yeah, and well, that's like the relationships that you build and stuff there. Like that's, I don't know, had we ever seen that really before that? You know, at least not on that scale, because that was was Band of Brothers World War One, two,
yeah.
Why? See, yeah, you're right. World War II such like a prolific genre on its own. Like it just kind of encompasses all war games.
It was so it was such a big deal. It really was. We kind of talked about this last episode, but like, man, especially once we found out about like the Holocaust, it was just like, devastating.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we wouldn't have gotten involved, if Japan wouldn't have attacked us, and Germany kept doing their thing, and then we found out that they were just exterminating Jewish people.
I'm not entirely convinced now that the war was not about cars, because Japan makes dope cars, Germany makes dope cars. I think that was their goal.
Italy makes dope cars.
Italy makes dope cars.
How is it that the countries that lost make the best cars in the world?
That was the plan. Or that's how they talked to him. He's like, listen. You're going to make the dopest Honda Civic.
Yeah. But there was such a push for technological advancement because there needed to be, because Hitler was pushing so hard for it. I mean, dude, they were making rockets.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's the only reason we went to the moon.
Yeah.
Was because the Russians were like, we're going to go to the moon. We're like, not before us. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We're such a child country.
Dude, there's a really great documentary on Netflix about, I think it was called World of Tanks. It was about like tanks, just tanks, and they talk about the advancement from like just the beginning of World War II to like what it was like at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You go from just like cars with metal on them to like full on Panzer tanks,
and sable rounds and
yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. It's amazing that they were able to produce it. Not only produce it so quickly, like come up with it so quick, and then produce it on a mass scale.
Yeah, that's because we kidnapped their scientists and said, if you're not going to build the shit for us, we're going to kill your families. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And we did it right, though. That's why games like the entire Tom Clancy line of games, I think, are good depictions of different aspects of war.
Yeah. Dude, Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell was dope.
Fucking Ghost Recon,
Rainbow Six was what I was thinking about in terms of like just really 3-on-3 storming a house.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of war, like quote unquote war, is now, is going into a village, clearing a fucking 2-bedroom house and trying not to get shot at and not accidentally shooting someone else. Like,
yeah, dude, there's way more, like back then they didn't give a fuck about civilians. Like, we'll just bomb the city. We don't give a shit, dude.
Yeah. They're like, Whiskey Niner, we need a napalm run now. Mm-hmm. How far? Like 2 miles in front of us. Got it. We'll be right there.
Yeah. Well, that was Vietnam. Napalm. But dude, there's not that many Vietnam war games.
It's such a controversial one.
Yeah, it's because we lost. That's why we don't talk about it.
Yeah, it didn't happen, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the Vietnam
We
War?
didn't lose. We left, okay?
Agent Orange, that's a good band name, okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies, though. There's a ton of movies about
That's true. There's
Vietnam
probably more
War.
Vietnam movies than World War II movies.
And like Vietnam War was the original World War II, I guess, in terms of movies, because like MASH was Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, that might have been Korea.
Was it Korea?
I think that might have been Korea.
Fuck, war's war.
Yeah, right?
War kind of looked the same up until World War II.
From the end of World War II to like, fairly recently, probably the 90s when we went Desert Storm.
Yeah.
It looked the same. Like all our shit in fucking Vietnam looked the same as when we were in Germany.
Yeah.
Minus the weapons got a little better.
Yeah.
They had M16s and shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're still using a lot of Vietnam War, or at least at the front lines. Like, there's still like standard issuing M16s.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it was the first time they used helicopters too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, they might have used them in Korea. People always forget about the Korean War.
Yeah, well, until that 70s show came out and you fucking got Red telling you about his time in Korea.
Why is it? We lost that one too.
What's the Korean War? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea, but all I know is that the country split in half, so we didn't do it right.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That the world police of America lets that happen.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we have restaurants. Why do you only have restaurants that have the same people that work at all the restaurants that you're making me go to? Like, everything's so doctored there.
Yeah. North Korea. It's so crazy that South Korea can be so advanced and almost on the forefront of a lot of industry.
Yeah.
And then North Korea is just mostly third world, probably second world, if you think about it. It's sad, man.
Did you have any family members that served?
I have an uncle that was in the was in the Army. I think. I don't remember. My dad got drafted, but he got drafted. So like they would call.
How's that for an idea? The draft.
Oh, fuck you, dude. Oh my God.
It's crazy.
It's so awful. You know what's funny is you were talking the last episode. We were talking about how crazy it is that like if you live in a certain area and then your fucking lord decides they want to go to war, that you're like, all right, I guess I have to go.
Yeah.
That's essentially what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you live in America, you have a duty now to fight for us. And they were like, fuck. But what happened is for the draft, they would call like birthday. They would do it by birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And so up to a certain point, it was a lottery. So like there was a certain number of birthdays where if yours got drawn, you had to go.
Right.
And then after that, you had the option to go. My dad got drawn in the second part and decided not to. Thank God. Smart cookie.
Yeah. I'm the disappointment in my family. Most of my family has served in some aspect. So when I would play, and even now when I still play games, it's almost like oh hey, I heard about this. Like the advancements of tanks. Like my dad would tell me stories about like, yeah, no, you line one of our fucking Sherman tanks up against anyone else's tank, we're gonna drop that thing to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a thing when I play war games where it's not like, it is fun, but it's like, it's sad. You know, when I see, like, especially nowadays, like, I don't know, maybe it's just I'm getting older, and you start, like, thinking about people more.
Yeah.
And
like you actually built a connection with that dude that died in the opening scene. Like.
Right, and you're able to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Empathize,
yeah, you're able to empathize way better. So when you play these games and you're like, man, look at all this destruction. Like, where are all the families like that used to live here? And it's just, I don't know, it's a different experience.
True. I think it is you just getting older and being able to connect on a deeper level with another human being. Because again, there's still right now you think about Call of Duty, you know, any of the infinite, modern, advanced, like there's a gloss to it. There's a flash. There's a pizzazz that makes it like, I get it.
It's
as
like
a
killing
media.
people is fun.
Yeah,
it's like
it's fun.
Not, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. But when it's not fun and it's not flashy, you get something like Arma 3, where everything needs to be micromanaged. You can pick bullets. There's like 40 different default macros and like keybinds that you have to know to play it good. And like there's so many things that have to happen. You can actually mod it so there's no HUD, and you can, you know, you got to count your bullets. Like, you don't want to, now you can shoot at someone, reload, especially in Call of Duty, and then that half magazine of bullets that was ejected magically goes back into your inventory. But in Arma, it's like, if you eject, all right, that mag's half full, you better go get it when it's done. And that's not fun.
Yeah.
It's not accessible gameplay. There's too many things to go on, and I think children forget that.
Mm-hmm.
The gloss.
The reality of it.
Yeah. And it is essentially propaganda as well, you know, like that Black Mirror episode where they're all killing roaches, I think they called them. Yeah, it's a form of propaganda. It can be. At least I think that's how we use it now, because nothing that's military related gets an okay without going through military eyes first. Like, you know, you're not gonna get a game that's like, this is the fucking Alex Jones of video games. You won't believe what everything's like. Yeah. That's gonna make people want to join. So,
that's true. Yeah, it never is like a negative thing about
it's always fun. Yeah. And that's why when I see grenades go off, it bothers me. I'm like, there's no fire in a grenade. You're literally, it's just nails coming at you, basically. There's no fire. Stop it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But it's got to look cool, man.
Yeah. Or throwing a grenade up. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Have you ever held a grenade?
No.
Those are heavy.
They are.
Why would you throw it?
I have. Yeah, okay, yeah. They are heavy as shit.
Like, there's that scene in Black Hawk Down where he's like, all right, I'll take the guy out in the window and then we go. He throws a grenade in the window. It's like, you would never do that. Like, excuse
Accurate
me?
as fuck.
Yeah. It's a 50-yard pass with a grenade, and because he's Delta Force, he can do it, but.
Hey man, if anybody can do it,
Yeah.
they can.
Stupid. I love war games though. I should say. I love all of them.
But it's like, they're not even war games anymore. They're just first-person shooters now. You know?
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's just like, they don't focus on war. It's just go kill shit. like they don't tell like a real story anymore. It's not like, I don't know, man. There's something about war now where it's like everything is dehumanized.
Yeah. I feel like Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty, was a World War III game, if I remember correctly. I don't know. We'll find out on March 5th.
Yeah. I'm gonna start playing it again, but I'm not gonna play the campaign.
No, it's like 4 hours long.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
It's 16 level tutorials, and
I'm not wasting my time.
The sniper missions in every Call of Duty game is so fun.
Is that the one where you're in Chernobyl?
Yes.
Okay, that one was cool.
50,000 people used to live here, but now it's a ghost town.
Yeah, that was a cool mission. It's funny, I remember that one.
Yeah, and every game needs one now.
Like you blow the dude's arm off.
Yeah, for some reason you're crawling with
Spoiler
a 50
alert.
cal.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
And nobody sees you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you don't get issued a 50 cal to take out people. That's a vehicle stopper. That's what that is.
Really?
Yeah, they're not going to give you a 50 cal and
They're
be like, "Hey man, can you go kill that dude for me?"
Yeah, we want to be able to identify him.
It's
afterwards.
it's just a big round. It's not even like the fastest. It's just giant.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, you send that into an engine block when you want to stop the Jeep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if you want to insert someone, you have a little rifle. You have like an M14 with a scope.
Something that'll be accurate as fuck.
And that you can pack and you can crawl and you can be, because like the sniper missions I love, but they glorify sniping and
Oh, dude, that's something I'm glad you brought that up, because it would be so cool to have like a game where it's just like sniper versus sniper. You ever hear about
There is.
like, is there?
Yeah. I think it's called Sniper.
Oh,
like,
is it good?
I'm sure it is. You can't have. I remember playing a demo on it, but I was gonna say you can't have a sniper on sniper game that sucks.
Sure you can.
No.
Sure, you can have any kind of game that sucks.
I guess you're right. I was saying that you can have B movies because there's a market for them, but I
Yeah.
just feel like there's so little going on in terms of a sniper on sniper battle. It's like 1-on-1, one shot. Like you can focus on the details. You don't need 16 corridor map.
I don't know, man. Like I heard about the most prolific sniper in World War II was like this Finnish guy. Have you ever heard about this?
Not necessarily.
He's this Finnish guy, and like they used to like track other snipers.
Mhm.
Like it was like a hunt for each other. Like so they would be like hunting each other.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's what I want. Like a long, slow pace, like creep around, use your scope or binoculars, whatever I don't even know what they do. And then, I don't know, look for clues somehow, like Red Dead style. I don't fucking know, but that's what cause I feel like there's more to it than just like sitting there and waiting. Like they're definitely like moving into position, like trying to find a vantage point, like trying to find where they can see them without, I feel like there's a lot to it.
There is, but that would be a game like Arma 3 because you think about a full sniper mission, probably like people think about sniper and they're like, oh, it's person on person, but a sniper's job is reconnaissance. So if you want an accurate sniper game, you're not gonna be shooting a lot. Like,
yeah.
Or
like in Jarhead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
And you're reporting but there is a lot into like you'd have to read the map beforehand and check the topography and be like, we're gonna drop in here.
Or if you could like look at it over at the time, you know, and then I don't know. I feel like there's a lot you could do.
There is, and it'd be boring though, because again,
you're probably right. You're probably right.
The accessibility thing is like you do want person on person, you know, and you can have that game, but
I would like it to where like the wind is a factor.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing in Battlefield.
Wind?
Like you, and like there's little dots. There's little mill dots on scopes and stuff in Battlefield. Like you can use those to position. There's a portion on the scope that you can measure out a guy's body height, and it'll tell you how far he is, and then you can use that mill dot on the scope to line it up on his head to shoot it. So it's accurate in terms of game mechanics. But the most of sniping is like staying in your hole and pissing on yourself for 2.5 days because you're not going to move. You got to see if that guy in the red hat is what you need.
Right.
So
that's crazy. And then you also have to probably wait for reinforcements almost.
Yeah. And you're always dropped with 2 people as a sniper. Your spotter and your shooter. Your spotter usually has...
that'd be dope. Co-op, bro.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking, like, that'd be fun where your spotter has, like, a regular rifle so that when you guys need to get close, he can engage, and while you can disengage, you can cover fire each other on the way out.
Yeah.
But that would be a good, kind of like army of 2.
Yeah.
You know, just instead of it being multiple missions, maybe the whole game is one mission just gone awry, like 24. So the beginning of the game, you know, you get all right, here's the sniper. We got him. And then you're like, oh shit, they saw us. And then for the rest of the game, you're just trying to exit.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
So that would be fun. All right, we just wrote another fucking game.
God,
we do this
dude,
every time.
We are money makers, man.
We are the creators. But I have a mix. As much as I enjoy first-person shooters and war games, I'm very mixed on how I feel about them because I feel like people forget how gritty and dirty and boring, essentially, war is. You know, because even at like the front lines, you think SEALs and Delta Force and stuff are going on missions every day, but it's like that's like 10%. You're probably going to see combat 10% of your career.
Yeah, and especially like nowadays, it's so different.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine. Well, how often are we on the front lines? Like, we don't really push anymore. Like, it's not. War is just so different now.
It's
so you can't compare like World War II to what we're doing now.
Definitely not
in Iraq.
Mm-hmm. And that's why you get games like Rainbow Six.
Yeah. Isn't it weird that there's not that many like new like Iraqi war games either?
It's too fresh. It's still going on.
Think?
Yeah, we didn't technically win it, you know?
I felt like we did. Now we're just on the war on terror.
We
won the Iraqi war.
It grew. Oh yeah, we're playing the part 3 of the Iraqi war now.
Yeah.
It's Call of
How
Duty
long
7.
until we get an Iraqi war? Call of Duty, man. Come on.
Treyarch.
Treyarch.
They're pretty close. I think a lot of the
It's like they do it, but in a roundabout way.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's very roundabout, I guess. I don't know what word I'm looking for.
Yeah. It's not like, here's what happened, here's the story.
They're like, here's this Muslim guy in this village.
He's an ISIS. Wink, wink. It's not the same.
His family has oil. See? And you're like, oh, I see.
And he worships a Muhammad. You know? Not Muhammad, a Muhammad.
This is in the near future. No, we're not talking about anything.
Yeah, this is
near
a different.
future.
So he's not even Muslim. This is a different religion.
You know how you know it's not real? Because you have a jetpack on. So that's how you know it's not real. Infinite Warfare went into space. I feel like they tried, and that's why we're back to boots on the ground. It was a terrible Call of Duty game.
Yeah?
It was ridiculous. Like, you're fighting other people and zombies sometimes in zero gravity. Like, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we gotta go back.
It's cool to be like, oh man, I wonder what like the future of warfare is going to be, but I think
it's what we're doing now.
Yeah, but I feel like also there's something to be said about what has been done. It's like we don't want to overlook the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I understand. I enjoy history though, and that's how
Me
I
too.
feel.
Me too.
But there's a lot of people. I don't give a fuck about history. It's like, what do you not understand? That's how we're here.
Do you not understand how important history is? Like,
yeah. History does repeat itself. You can learn from other people's mistakes. Why do you not enjoy history?
Yeah,
and it already happened. You can look it up. It's not just a story someone's telling you. You can be like, oh shit, that happened.
Yeah, factually.
Yeah, I love history. I was a slacker in high school, but in my American history class, we got essays due at the end of every quarter. And I don't know what it was. By the end of that class, my teacher was like, who did you, like, she legitimately thought I paid someone to write my paper. And I was like, no, I just really enjoy this shit. And I still think she doesn't believe me.
Yeah.
I would end with
You're
this.
up on Facebook. I'm like, I really did write that.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, George.
All
whatever.
right, George.
She couldn't prove that I cheated, so she was like, all right.
Fair
bitch.
enough.
I just enjoyed the fucking topic.
Yeah. God forbid. I'm so sorry. I enjoy your class, bitch.
Yeah. I mean, no, I didn't do any other work. So to be fair, she wasn't far off of like, this is not George's work ethic. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Did you ever want to, like, serve? Did you ever want to?
Nope.
Nope. 0?
0%.
Just play sports and...
Yep.
Is that why you don't like first-person shooters?
No, I'm just not good at them
Mm.
in general. Bad aim with the controller.
The control is terrible.
It's so hard.
It's weird.
Especially when it comes to like precision.
Mhm.
It's like to move like a centimeter, you can't.
No.
You,
no.
Nope. You
Especially
go
with
way
auto
past
aim on.
Yeah, you go way past it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's impossible. That's why I don't understand. Like when I play Battlefield, people kill me so quick. It's like, how are you so accurate? I don't understand.
Why are you behind me?
Yeah. How do you get back there?
Spawn flipped.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, death has no consequence in war games a lot of times.
Yeah, that's the
it's
problem.
not heavy enough.
Yeah, that
Like, it's
I
sad,
don't
but it's not
understand.
heavy.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why for like a battle royale type would be fun. Like if you could do like a massive scale battle royale with teams,
Mhm.
or like where it's actually like a war,
Yeah.
then people would care. Well, they still wouldn't because they could play another game. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to really replicate that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you make a realistic war game, you're definitely catering to a very specific audience.
Mm.
Like, you're probably not trying to make money.
Yeah.
You're almost targeting those Civil War reenactors.
Yeah.
And those nerds of nerds, those dudes that like micromanaging and have a lot of free time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, to make a fun game, I think it does have to be accessible. But again, I'm on the fence. I want people to understand, because like I've never served, but it's been drilled into me so many times that like war is not what you think.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But that's why I think Band of Brothers is so important because I think it did a good job at depicting what it was like and what people went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they did a good job with that series because when you're watching it, you forget about the Holocaust.
Yeah,
And then-
you're
and
just
then-
there.
And then they find it and you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." Like they
Yeah.
have you so entrenched in this company that like you forget about, like you're so worried about just their story and them making it through that you're like, "Oh shit, I
Yeah.
forgot about those 6 million people."
Yeah, yeah. That's what movie was it? Black Hawk Down, I think, is a good war movie, but not necessarily in like, because that's the one where the dude fucking throws the grenade into the window for one. So not that sort of accuracy, but accuracy in the sense of like how you think you have a really good plan, and it is, but shit just goes south
goes
and
to shit.
keeps going wrong and worse.
That movie
and
was
worse.
crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That's a great movie.
it really is. I think 2 people got issued Medal of Honors. The dudes, the sniper dudes at the end. Do you remember that movie well at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it several times.
Yeah, at the end, there's the snipers in the chopper. They're like, we got to go cover the downed chopper, and they're like, we can't send you in there because we can't get you out. And they're like, no, we're gonna go. So
And they go in on foot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so they
just
drop in.
badass.
I think those 2 guys got Medal of Honors.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy to be like, yeah, no, but that's our guy. Like, we
Yeah.
have to go. I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And I bet even if they didn't get permission, they're like, couldn't hear you. Sorry.
So
bye.
you're
Oh, no.
you're breaking up. I can't. I'm going through a tunnel. I'll see you. We'll see you when I'm on the. Yeah, man. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if I would have the courage to do that. I don't think I'm that kind of person, and I'm willing to admit that.
Yeah. I agree in that sense. Like, there's that scene in Captain America where I understand it's a character, but there are people like that the grenade goes down and he jumps on it. Like, that's real. That shit's real. And I don't know if I'm that kind of person.
I'm jumping the other way.
Yeah,
what are you
I'd
talking
be a
about?
detriment if I was in the military.
I'll take my chance getting shrapnel in the ass. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Like Saving Private Ryan, when I watched that at the beginning, you see the medics go from person to person with just rounds whizzing over their head. I'd probably be frozen. Like, I
Yeah.
can't, nope, I'm just gonna wait till it quiets down.
Is there some kind of unspoken like unwritten rule in war where you're not supposed to aim at medics? Is that
Yeah.
a thing? Because when I'm in a war game, that's the first person I shoot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kill the healer.
Yeah, exactly. That's World of Warcraft PvP
Yeah.
to a T. Kill the healer first.
Yeah, you're not supposed. I think that's like a rule of engagement.
It
you know?
is?
Yeah, you don't attack hospitals, churches, schools,
Yeah.
anything that's like not a place of combat or military related. You're not supposed to. So it's a war crime, I believe.
To kill a medic.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
But it is, but it's not, because especially like you think about it.
Like the person that's injured, it's like, dude, they're not gonna get up and start.
Yeah, their health's not going to regenerate.
Right,
Like that
right.
dude's not he's a non-combative, I think was what they're called.
Mm.
And he's not a threat. He's getting people out. And
But dude, when they got those big machine guns and just they can't. They're just They're just spraying bullets. They don't give a fuck.
that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, when I play the game, though, I definitely hunt. I'm like, all right, you're going to go get that guy? I'll
Yeah.
spray in front of you.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Man, I don't know, dude. As many video games as you can play, there's no like being there. It's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So it's
Saving Private Ryan, though, I was going to say the again, not historical accuracy, but in terms of emotional journey that war can take in such a short amount of time. Where
yeah,
it's
that
like
was
you go from sheer terror to like, all right, we got the beach. Fuck yes, this is ours. And then again, just people forget.
yeah, dude. It's so amazing that they were able to take that beach. That's the amount of people that they had to just be like, just flood in.
That's tactics though. At that point,
Well, I mean, tactics, or is it just flood, like overflowing, where it's just like we can't kill all these people?
I mean, no. Well, I mean, they still dug holes and trenches, and they had bombs, and like there were things that they had tactically planned to do that didn't go as well, like Black Hawk Down. But like more things went right than went wrong in that scenario.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's
Thankfully,
yeah. It's good that I guess there are propaganda things and let brave people want to go do that because I'm not that person.
yeah, I know. I'm always thankful that like people actually sign up for the army so that the
Mhm.
draft isn't a thing now.
Yeah.
Like I'm very happy that we have people like that.
Yeah, of a
So,
volunteer army.
Yeah, so I don't have to.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how I feel about this, but I think I'm totally down for like to have. I think in Israel you need to have two years of some kind of service.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that would be good for a lot of people.
For some people, yeah,
I think it would
it'd be
create a
good.
more broad general
Man,
appreciation.
You ever
maybe.
like, did you go to school with somebody that was like piece of shit, and then they went to the armed services and like really turned their shit around?
Not personally, but I knew a lot of people in high school, and then see them on Facebook. They're like, "Oh, you really got your life together."
Yeah.
but that's what it looks like, on
Yeah.
social media. But so not directly, but I've seen it.
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. I think that's cool. I think the army, just discipline, like
Structure.
structure. Some people need
Some people-
that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like to be forced into it. And then once you're forced into it, it becomes habit, and then you're fine.
Yeah. And also, they're like, also, we're paying you to shoot guns, so can you just
Yeah,
do it? Or
Yeah.
maybe.
I'll carry that. It looks cool. Makes you
You're
strong.
fucking 80-pound rock.
Yeah.
You can get a bad back.
Yeah. So what's the future of war games here?
VR.
Because I feel like there's gonna be a point where it gets too realistic, right? And it's gonna be like, hey,
No.
they're gonna have to give you a warning and be
No.
like, this might cause psychological stress.
Because the successful games are the ones that aren't realistic, the ones that do have magazine counts. Like, if in real life, if you shoot, like, if you're not counting bullets, you gotta take it out, look at the mag, like, fuck, I got 4 rounds in, like, and then put it back. Little things like that are always gonna keep realistic games from being a thing.
But what if they make that turn?
I don't think they will. Again, I think it's an accessibility thing. Like, we know where that gate of like, oh, we can get a lot of people to play this game
Yeah.
is, and it's not in realism.
That's true. That is true. They want realistic graphics, but not realistic gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to play a Battlefield where, oh, I got shot in the leg. Great, I have to wait now or limp. That's not fun. What, my health doesn't regenerate when I
If you had
hide behind?
If you had a suit on when you got shot in the leg, you felt it, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said, you said, what's the future? I said VR. Like, I think that's going to be to be able to try and experience something. But again, in ultra non-realism.
But I feel like video game developers have a responsibility to tell like the story and like make things, especially nowadays, because video games are becoming so realistic. I think they do have like I said, a responsibility to like be truthful and be as real with the people as can be. No, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. As a content creator, there is a certain duty, a certain call of duty that you have to kind of, I guess, leave the world better than when you found it.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
in terms of that, like the artist sense, but money talks.
True.
And so I will say they do a good job in the story usually of like connecting characters and reminding you that as flashy as all it is, it's still a story of loss. Like war is always a story of loss. Someone's losing, and a lot of war games are good at doing that. Even if it's just in the beginning where you're like, oh no, your best friend died, now it's for revenge. It's like you still like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So,
but at the same time, it's like the other people, they're just killing because they don't want to be killed.
mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's such a weird circumstance to be in.
Yeah.
Where like you don't know these people.
Have you seen Wind Talkers?
No.
With I think it's
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. That Native American dude that played everything else for like the next 10 years.
Iwo Jima.
Yeah. They do a good job of showing that as in terms of like they're all just people. It's just another group of people who speak a different language. Because there were scenes where like I was about to be attacked, but he's like, I'm not gonna shoot you. You have a family. You're here because like we're both here because we don't want to be here almost.
Right.
And so
right.
Movies can do it for some reason better than video games can. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's a crazy level, and not necessarily, I guess it's part of war now. But I think it's in Modern Warfare where you're allowed to shoot up a fucking airport.
Oh yeah.
You're like, what is going on right now?
remember that.
I could just spray?
That was controversial.
Yeah.
Very controversial. And they actually gave you the option to skip that, which is crazy.
Yeah. I didn't shoot for a long time, and then I was like, what is...
I did.
I'm supposed to shoot...
I did.
Shit.
As soon as I could.
I hadn't even considered that. I was like, I didn't know you were allowed to do this.
This was the point. I knew the point of the mission. I knew what was going on.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets too real.
Yeah.
War games are always going to be flashy, and at least in America, and because we're the consumers, and it's always going to be propaganda. It's always going to be pro us.
That's true. Yeah, you're never going to see a... That's the weird part about, like, when you play Battlefield and you play online and you're a German soldier, you're like, how am I supposed to feel about this?
Yeah.
like, I want to win this game, but I don't want to...
I'm not supposed to.
Yeah. This isn't how this goes. But they did win battles, of course, so, I mean, whatever. Everybody wins some.
We just won the important ones.
Yeah. Well...
Double mic drop. I like it.
Hitler just fucked up, realistically.
He's still alive, bro. Okay?
Yeah.
He's in South America.
Plotting his return.
In what's that place where the Nazis... Yeah, Argentina. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy story. All right, are we done here?
I think we can wrap this up.
Get going.
Yeah, you're on a schedule.
Yeah, man. War games are crazy. I think they're important. I feel like it's kind of like how tabletop RPGs evolved from like war game simulation. I think that war video games are so popular because it's like probably started as like a simulation type thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there are
like training
simulators now that are like rooms and virtual augmented reality.
Yeah, and if you think that started just with video games, you're wrong. Like,
Never does.
Let me talk about it. Military has everything first. So yeah, it's I feel like it's an extension of that somehow.
Always, yeah, for sure. Got to get people. It's marketing.
Yeah.
Long live America.
Yeah. War games are fun, and I like it when they tell a good story. That means something. That's why like I said, I'm glad that they went back to World War II recently, because it's a meaningful war.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually fighting for something.
Yeah.
Morally,
not just thick black water under the planet.
Yeah, pretty much.
So upsetting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you can't make a war game nowadays. Is like, what's the motive? Nobody gives a shit.
For your president.
Yeah. But then you're like, Trump is the president. Like, I don't... Nah, I'm good.
That's going to be in a video game sometime soon, and they're going to be like, can you believe Donald Trump was president?
For 3 years, and he got impeached.
Hey-o.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Now the NSA is listening to this. Good job. Look what
Well,
you did.
I didn't do shit. I didn't say I was gonna... You know what I mean?
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening to our War Games episode of Gameboiz. Check us out on the Buddy System CO podcast network. I am George Ferrito.
And I'm William Henderson.
And we will see you on next time on Gameboiz. Bye.
Hadouken! He's on fire!
It's me! Listen!